Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm sure that you are taking care of yourselves and your loved ones. Yesterday we have started the chapter 9 of history and the topic was Gandhara. Today I am gonna tell you about the next invaders who were Shakas who invaded in about 90 BC. So let's get started with the Scythians or Sakas. Before telling you about the Shakas, let me tell you that the king Menander was the very famous Greek ruler. And when he died in 140 BC, all the Greek rulers in the Bactrian kingdom quarreled among themselves. Meanwhile, a group of people were threatening on their borders, and so obviously they were the next to invade, and they were none other than Shakas. Sometimes we also call Shakas as Sakas or the Scythians. Students, they were basically the Iranian people who belonged to a nomadic Indo-Europe from the steppes or grasslands of Central Asia. As I told you that they were Iranian, so they spoke an Iranian language. They were tall, fierce warriors and fighters, and they were expert horsemen. They fought in the battles riding bareback, and they used bows and arrows in the fighting. Shakas entered to this Mauryan land through the Khyber and Bolan passes, and finally in the 90 BC they first conquered Gandhara region. And when they conquered the Gandhara region, they chose their capital Taxila. But they took next 50 years to occupy the Indus Valley and the land that is now called Gujarat. And then they went to the east to capture Mathura and Ujjain region. Shakas sent their ambassadors to Rome, and that was 25 BC. Their ambassadors arrived to Rome after 4 years, and when they arrived, they presented to the Roman Emperor Augustus with some unusual gifts. And that gifts included the pheasants, a python, tortoises, a monkey, and an armless boy who could shoot arrows with his toes. Emperor Augustus was very pleased. And that tigers were the first ever seen in Europe and were showed in the opening of a new theater in the Rome. So this was the all information about the Shakas. Now I will tell you about the third invaders who were Parthians, who invaded the land from 50 BC. Friends, basically Parthians belonged to a nomadic tribe of the Central Asia. Before the time that was 1st century BC, it was just a small dynasty. You can say that it was the Parthian dynasty. But by the 1st century BC, that very small dynasty grown into a mighty and large empire which was centered around the Mesopotamia. And then this empire extended from the Euphrates River to the river Indus, and from the Oxus River, that is now called the Amu Darya, to the Indian Ocean. And after the middle of the 1st century BC, these Parthians became so strong and mighty that they became the rival of the Roman Empire, and there were several wars between them. Moreover, the Parthians controlled most of the trade routes between Asia and the Greco-Roman world. They made large profits from buying and selling silk from the China to Rome. And the interesting thing is that historians found silver bowl from around the 1st century BC. and bowls and vessels made of precious metals were very valuable and show historians the wealth of the Parthian Empire. Now I'm gonna tell you the most famous king of Parthians was Gandhara, who ruled from AD 20 to AD 48. He also chose Taxila as the center of the power. And after the death of the Gandharas, all the kings of the Parthians they continued to fight among themselves like Shakas, and so they were easily conquered by the next wave of invaders. And friends, I will tell you about that invaders in the next lecture. Till then, there is an assignment for you all, and you have to attempt all these questions on the notebook, and you will send it to me. These questions are: what gifts were presented to Roman Emperor by the Shakas? The second one, who were Shakas? So please write in detail. Third one, how the Parthian dynasty grown into a mighty and large empire. And the last one, how Parthians made profits from the trade. That was all. Take care of yourself.